Hello there, indie warriors, and welcome to another episode of The Dream Drop, the most banging, hanging, wanging indie gaming show on the internet that goes through all the indie and AA releases coming out this week. This time for the week of March 23rd through the 29th. And yes, I am fully aware not all of those words make sense, but they kinda rhymed, so I'll take it. This week brings a slew of new games, from an exciting street racer to a rabbit dressed as a samurai. So get those charge cards ready, because they're about to be overcharged with kinetic indie energy. Oh, and please note, this list does not include early access games. But before we get into it, I just want to say, if you like what we do and you want to support us, please go over to patreon.com/idreamofindiegames. It helps us out a lot and we really appreciate it. Your new indie gaming community is waiting for you. First up this week, we have Screamer, coming to us from Milestone SRL. This is the same team that brought us games in both the Hot Wheels and Monster Jam universes, but Screamer looks like one of their most ambitious projects yet. Players can look forward to fast-paced arcade racing action with gorgeous anime-inspired visuals and an emotionally driven storyline. Each racer handles differently, and naturally there are multiple ways to hit the track. Jump into the team races or take it to the streets either online or offline, with full online modes and split screen options. This game is screaming my name, and I can't wait to buckle up and hit the pavement when it launches on PC, PlayStation and Xbox on the 26th. Might need some Monster Energy drink for this one. Oh, but never mind. Last time I drank that, I peed gasoline. Hee-yah! Martial arts meets management in this new release, Eastern Era, a game where you'll control a sect leader who must escape a failing nation, start from scratch and overcome seemingly impossible odds in this ambitious-looking release coming to us from Fun New Games. Factors of importance include keeping everyone fed, surviving through harsh environments, and of course, rebuilding a new world from the ground up. Rely on your wits and your martial arts skills when the game releases on the 27th. Will the teacher become the student? Prepare now to enter a world on the brink in EverSiege Untold Tales, launching on Steam on the 26th. Control a hero that was born for war as you fuse together war gears with essences to create powerful builds in this solo or co-op roguelite. Being a roguelite, players should expect every run to be a bit different from the last, as you battle back swarms of foes, leaving a path of destruction for all that come after to behold. Bastion calls your name. Will you answer or shall you fall? Sorry, that sounded so evil I thought I had to do an evil laugh. Chaotic co-op driving is the name of the game in this week's Chained Wheels, a surely rage-inducing driving adventure where you and your pal each control a car that just so happens to be chained together. You'll drive through plenty of different challenging biomes, working together to get past plenty of difficult obstacles, challenging weather, and hopefully let the power of friendship overcome nature's chaos. If one of you makes a wrong turn, you may both find yourselves upside down at the bottom of a big hill, getting mad as all heck at each other. Push the limits of your friendship and your driving skills when Chained Wheels drives onto Steam on the 27th. Create your own little cozy spot in the world in Virtual Cottage 2, launching on PC on the 27th. This game lets you customize your space in a variety of ways, creating the perfect atmosphere to help you focus on daily tasks. Customize the look of your room, set timers, and even have a friend over via online options. There are tons of furniture to play with, and most importantly of all, you can pet the cat, and the other animals for that matter. So get cozy with this indie release early this week. Who gave that rabbit a sword? Oh, it's fine, he's had samurai training, so we're safe. Unless of course one of the many enemies our rabbit is facing off against in this deck builder roguelike. Your goal is to craft a powerful and unique deck using the many different card types, all of which bolster and boost your stats, making you even more dangerous for those weasels to mess with. Fight enemies from room to room as you aim for the big bosses, proving your strength and gaining more cards and powers as you go. Rabbit Samurai hits PCs on the 27th. There's not much in this world spookier than a cabin in the woods, and luckily for us, first-person psychological horror game Project Songbird Let us get up close and personal with our fears. Playing as Dakota, a musician with writer's block, you will explore the isolating nature of the Appalachian forest, fall into terrifying nightmares, and fight to survive this psychological horror that is thrown at you. With a bite-sized 5-hour story, full voice acting, and a mix of combat methods, you are sure to get your heebies certifiably GB'd when this one launches on the 26th. Though if you were to ask me, I would have just hidden under my bed cover until all the monsties went away. Arc System Works are back at it with a brand new release coming to PlayStation and PC on the 25th called Damon and Baby. While perhaps best known for their many fighting games over the years, this release is more of an action shooter with no shortage of exploration to be had. It takes place in a massive world where you'll twin stick your way through foes, but also contains a centralised hub area to perform various upgrades in. Combat is a mix of close and long range, with a 2-player option available if you wish to add a friend to the mix. Plus, there's even custom outfits for characters to tinker about with. Arc System Works have branched out a little bit over the years, and it's nice to see them trying new things. We're throwing it back to the 1990s now, thanks to limited run games, as they've created the Marvel Maximum Collection, featuring every major arcade, 8-bit and 16-bit Marvel game from the 90s. If you're looking to get blasted with old school Marvel superheroes, then you could spend some time with Spider-Man, Captain America, the X-Men and even more by jumping into the ultimate collection of games for the true believer in you. If you're worried about the old school controls getting you down, then never fear, modernization is here, and it's made playing these vintage classics even more fun. Throw it back when Marvel Maximum Collection drops on PC and consoles on the 27th. I am sure I speak for all of us when I say that we've all been falsely accused of killing a king at some point in our lives, right? But unfortunately for Etrange, she was executed and sent to hell. So as she tries to make lemonade out of lemons, she decides to become the leader of the whole gosh darn mess. This JRPG can be played alone or with up to 3 pals, and is described as a musical odyssey, featuring incredible music design and a whole host of musical numbers to get involved in. You'll shoot, strike and dance around the battlefield with your army of pals, taking out enemies and, most importantly, eating sweeties. Etrange Overlord launches on PC, PlayStation and Switch on the 26th. Another RPG now, but this one is less musical and more dungeon crawlery. So really there is something for everyone. MADO MONOGATARI, Fear and the Wondrous Academy continues on the MADO MONOGATARI series from way back in the 80s. And this specific story is all about a young girl called Fear who is trying to enroll in a school to become a talented mage. You must juggle schoolwork, friendships, and the mysteries of the school, all while taking on randomly generated dungeons and fighting in turn-based battles. Oh, and if that seems like it's not enough content, then never fear, there is a fishing minigame. MADO MONOGATARI, Fear and the Wondrous Academy launches on PC, PlayStation and Switch on the 25th. These days, there are sim games for everything. Power washing, theft, park rangering. Is that a word? So it only makes sense that a sim game where you can play as God exists. And that is exactly what God for a Day is. You're focusing on a town called Hopewood, and as the omnipotent deity, you must go resident to resident deciding whether they should be blessed or condemned to hell, with each choice you make having a knock-on effect to the city's destiny. But your choices don't have to be made blindly, as you'll uncover pieces about their lives through items and secrets that surround them. 35 hand-drawn souls await your decision, and Judgment Day is fast approaching when God for a Day launches on PC on the 26th. It wouldn't be a dream drop without a Metroidvania. And lucky for us, Ariana and the Elder Codex is ticking that box for us. Most of the time, we assume librarians are pretty boring, but Ariana is on a mission to repair the 7 hero codices, so she must learn powerful spells to help her fight against the enemies and bosses that stand in her way. In typical Metroidvania fashion, new spells and abilities can be unlocked to help you access previously unreachable areas, and sometimes you need to equip magical items to boost those skills and help Ariana on her quest. With beautiful design and plenty of experimentation to do, there is lots to look forward to when Ariana and the Elder Codex launches on PlayStation and Switch on the 24th, with a PC release coming next month. You may be questioning why certified cozy game Disney Dreamlight Valley is appearing on this list, as you are right in remembering that it came out a long time ago. But much like a bad penny, it's back and it is launching onto Switch too, bringing all the Disney magic to Nintendo gamers as of the 25th. You can build houses for iconic Disney characters, complete friendship quests, fish, farm and forage, and decorate your island to your heart's content, all whilst looking suitably fabulous in an assortment of clothes that you can buy or unlock as you go. Get ready for a bunch of microtransactions and live service fun now on Switch 2. Also launching on Switch 2 is the dark fantasy adventure The Midnight Walk, a monster-filled 3D adventure that was made entirely out of clay. This folk horror journey follows the main character Potboy as he walks along a long and winding path that is full of dangerous monsters, threats, and incredible sights to behold. With many very positive reviews, this beautiful and dark adventure awaits Switch 2 owners on the 26th. Do you remember that video from a few years ago when someone strapped a knife to the front of a Roomba? Well, if you think that is cool but you're worried about your insurance, then room battles may just be the perfect way for you and up to 5 friends to live out your dreams. This chaotic vacuum cleaner battle takes place across a variety of crazy arenas, all with their own challenges and obstacles. If you don't want your customised vacuums to fight, you can instead play through a bunch of mini-games to find out which one of you is the strongest Roomba. Let chaos reign and then clean it up when Roombattle launches on the 25th. 2024 2D adventure game Childstory is finally coming to consoles, and you can experience Sonia's adventure to discover what happened to the moon ahead of the sequel's release this year. While Sonia is a child and thus pretty small, she is incredibly resourceful and can use her stature to make her way through the unfriendly world she inhabits. You'll make friends, fight ancient spirits, and solve a witch's riddle in order to solve the mysteries of this fantasy world. The 2D pixel world is full of life, and with each new location you find, you'll see new sides of the society that has come to exist. Childstory is currently available on PC, but you can play it on consoles as of the 26th. Top-down survivor roguelite Devil Jam is also making the leap to consoles as of the 26th, and you best get your eyeliner and hair gel ready because we're about to rock out with Devil Jam. Our main character made a small whoopsie and accidentally signed a deal with the devil, which resulted in him being dragged to hell to play what might be the worst gig of his life. You'll need to rock your way through many levels of hell using your 12-slot gear system to make yourself even more powerful. Take on iconic bosses, fight back against waves of enemies, and get ready to headbang when Devil Jam drops this week. A 3D action platformer is just what we need when the world finally starts to brighten up. And luckily, Dracamar is a brightly coloured adventure that may just be exactly what the Doctor ordered. Unfortunately for the beautiful world of Dracamar, an evil dragon called King Crad is attempting to conquer the world, and it is up to our heroes Caliu, Fok and Esperna, and their little pal Eco, to run, jump and fight to save the adorable Okies that live in this world. With a design inspired by the Mediterranean, the game is all about harmony, friendship and nature, and there's plenty of platforming fun to bounce around. So get ready to play Dracamar when it launches on PC, PlayStation and Xbox on the 26th. If you're not beat after all of those indie releases, check out Acclaim's, yes that Acclaim, latest release, GridBeat, a mix of trippy dungeon exploration and rhythm gameplay. As an elite hacker, you must crack through various puzzles, all while following a beat. Each server acts as its own maze with various power-ups to collect that will help you progress deeper and deeper. At the end of each maze, prepare to do battle with an AI gatekeeper who blocks you from disconnecting. This is an interesting concept that I look forward to checking out for myself, as while there may have been many hacking games in the indie scene as of late, not all that many rely on rhythm. But that's going to do it for this week, folks. Make sure to like, subscribe and let us know in the comments what you'll be playing this week. In the meantime, thank you so much for supporting indie visibility and bringing a voice to the voiceless.